Okay, here is video 2. If you decide you want to do something for fun during fall break, you can draw this more challenging picture with me of Snoopy and Charlie Brown. Remember, this is not an assignment, it's just for fun if you need something to do during fall break. If you want to draw something else, there's lots of very cool art tutorials for kids on YouTube. Just ask an adult before you go looking for them, all right? Remember, if I go too fast, you can always pause and go back as many times as you would like. That way, you can keep up with the video. All right, I am going to start with Charlie Brown, and he has a very round head, so I'm going to do my best to sketch a round circle. Doesn't have to be perfect, just like usual. Once we have our circle, I can add a little C and backward C for his ears. And usually, the artist for Charlie Brown uses this little curly cue up on top because he doesn't have very much hair, right? And I think I see a picture where Charlie Brown has a leaf landing on his head. So right up at the top, I'm going to do a little curved line. And then I'll do the outside edges just like we did with our leaves before. Now Charles Schulz, the art artist who did Charlie Brown, did eyes very interesting. So instead of doing a circle like we've been doing, Charles Schulz does usually kind of like a comma. So I'm going to start with a little dot and then curve down so it looks like he's looking up at the leaf. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Little dot and then curve down. And then I'll do just a little curve or backward C for his nose. And Charlie Brown often has kind of a bummed out face. We're just going to give him a little sad face. You can give him a happy face if you want him to have a happy face. Then we're going to go give him a neck. So we'll do a couple little lines down. A little curve for the neck. I'll do a little V and backward V for the collar of his shirt. Do some little curves down. Oop, my screen turned off. For his shoulders. It looks like in the picture I'm looking at, he's holding something, so I'm going to give him a rake. So I'm going to draw a line across his body. And at the end, I'm going to put a bunch of extra lines because it's going to be a rake. And then one hand will be holding it right here, so I'll put some fingers. Bump, 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 bump for 4 fingers. Then I'll put a little hill on the other one. I'll do a little oval. 4 more ovals right here. And then a curve so you can see his sweater. All right, we're getting there. On top of this hand, I'm going to draw a little curve, like a little bump. And then I want to connect this to his hand too, so I'm going to do like a sideways L to connect it to his hand. Now we have his one arm. And I'm going to do a little curve down for that other arm. For his body, I'm going to start a line right here above my rake. Go down a little further. Curve it around. There's his shirt. Do a line on each side because these cartoons have very short little legs. And one line right in the middle. And then we'll give him a couple shoes. Do a little curve right there. And another curve on this side. And of course, Charlie Brown always has his zigzag shirt. So we'll do some zigzags. And then I'll do some more. And we can color those in a little bit. All right, now for the part you've all been waiting for, Snoopy. We're going to go over here to do Snoopy. So, Snoopy is our happy-go-lucky little guy, right? So we're going to do a little hill. We're going to go down a little bit. And then do another little hill. We're going to curve it around and do a letter J. that letter J. Okay. Now down here I'm going to do a little curved line in. On the other side, I'll have a little curve coming in. And then a little line down. Another one, another silly little Charles Schulz eye. We'll just do a cute little line right here for that eye. And the nose is round. And you big kids can start adding some shadows, so we can do a little shadow on the bottom of that shiny little nose. All right, now for the rest of Snoopy's body. We'll do a little curve for that belly. A line out. Another line out. And we'll do a little Snoopy foot because he's going to be kicking some leaves up in the air. We'll do a couple little motion lines so it looks like he's kicking. Give him some little toes. Then a curved line at the bottom. Another line out this way. Two more actually. We'll give him his other little foot. Give him a couple more toes. And now for the interesting part, we're going to do his little arm. So I'm going to do a backward C here. I'm going to do a little bit of a line up. A little U shape for that bottom of the paw. And then we just bring the line over this way. Now I'll put a couple little lines up. And of course, we need to give him his tail. So we'll finish his body by doing a little curved line. And give him a little tail. All right, there's Snoopy. Oh, we forgot Snoopy usually has his ear covered in. So at this point, you can add any other details you want. If you want, you can have them standing under a tree. A great way to draw a tree is to start with a letter Y and then add more branches. They always get a little bit smaller the further away from the tree that they get. And you can have some leaves falling down. And once you're ready, you can go over all of this with a pen or whatever colors you want. So have fun with it.